Hello, I'm Cal. Welcome to another video. This is the fourth video in the console build series. In this video I want to show you the software that we're going to be using to run the console, and also how to get this software onto an SD card ready for implementation into the games console itself. So with this we do need some software, because the software comes as an image, so we need some software to write this image to the SD card. I prefer to use Etcher, but also Win32 Disk Imager is a good piece of software too. Also like using SD card formatter as well. So to find all of these, if you go back to my YouTube channel, click the videos tab here, and then just scroll down to 5 great free software utilities. Click on that. The video itself shows you where the websites are and how to install all of these pieces of software, but if you just scroll down a little bit and press the show more tab here, and then just scroll down, and then it shows you all the different pieces of software and their links to the websites. Okay, so first of all, I'll just show you 7-Zip, which is a great piece of software. This is used to compress and decompress files. So when you're downloading files, they're normally in a smaller format than what they usually are. They're compressed, so you use a piece of software to uncompress this to make it into the usual size. So on any build that you have, computer-wise, install this piece of software, 7-Zip. Right, so we've got SD card formatter here, which I use to format SD cards, particularly if you've used them before. This software is a really good piece of software to clean it all very good on a format. As I say, I use Etcher preferably, but also there is Win32 Disk Imager. Both of these are really good pieces of software and they do the same job. I just prefer to use Etcher for some reason. Rufus is another good piece of software, but that's explained in the video itself. We don't really need this at this point. So just install of these pieces of software, as we're going to need most of them. Right, so we'll just show you the software itself. So this is the website, www.blast16project.com. As it says, Blast16 is an emulator front end for the Raspberry Pi, inspired on the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis, and developed with the Love framework. So this software was developed for the Mega Drive or Genesis emulation, but it does also support the Sega CD or Mega CD, also the Mega Drive 32X, the Master System, and also the Game Gear. And it acts as a front end to RetroArch using the Genesis Plus and Pico Drive cores. And using this software you can do everything from the front end with your games controller. You can also create a favourite games list. There's support there for Bluetooth controllers. It also supports multi-tap support. You can also delete games from the front end. And also there's up to 4 different save states that you can load and delete. I'll just show you this little video which shows how professional this software really is, and it looks beautiful. So all your controls are here, A, B and C button. Generally the Mega Drive I think was just a 3-button controller. There's the 4 different save states that you've got to load from or delete from. Different languages, and the title for the machines or the games consoles can actually be changed. And this software is actually being improved on a weekly basis, it seems. When I started making this video, I think there's been about 4 different updates. It's only been in the last couple of weeks I started making all these videos. Currently it's the 3rd of July and it was updated again yesterday, the 2nd of July. As I say, this is brilliant for what our system or our games console is going to be, because it's compatible with our case and supports the reset and shutdown scripts, so we haven't actually got to install them. So this is the image that we want, so we just click on the download button here and that will appear down here as downloading. I think it took me about 3 or 4 minutes, and it is a zip file, so we will need 7-Zip to unzip it. You can use the decompression file in Windows 10, but I prefer 7-Zip to be honest. When you download this button here, it does actually download these 2 files as well. The user manual, which is obviously useful, and also the changelog, which gives a list of all the updates that's been happening with this software. Also, if you scroll down a little bit further, dependent on what system that you're going to be using. First of all, I'm just going to be using the Mega Drive. So this is a download for all the box art for all the different games. So if you've got a particular game, when it's displayed on the front end, on the front screen, instead of it just being an icon, you can actually have the actual game cover listed or shown just here, rather than just a blank icon. Right, so when you download things from a site, they end up in your downloads folder here. So this is what the file that we've just downloaded. So what we're going to do is uncompress this because it's still a zip file. So if we right click on here, we've got the different options. We're going to choose 7-zip to extract files here. So I just click on there, and then 7-zip will do its little bit of magic and uncompress all of these files. I'll just give that a second. You can see it's already done the manual. That's showing here. So the manual is part of this zip file. The image file here, and also the changelog, which lists all the different improvements that's made. So I'm just going to close this now. I believe, yes, SD card format has finally finished formatting my SD card. So thank you, SD card formatter. I'm going to be using Etcher, so I'm just going to press on that and load up Etcher. So here we go. This is Etcher. So very simple. You just select the image, and what we've got to make sure is we're not going to be using this zip file. We're actually selecting the image file. So I'm just going to double click on there, select the drive. Obviously it's my USB drive, so I'm going to select that, or just select large drive and then continue. And then what I need to do is just press flash, and it's saying it's going to be a large drive, which is fine, and I'm just going to select continue. This populates here saying, do you want to allow this app to make changes to your device? I'm just going to select yes. I don't know if that showed up on screen because a lot of this software blanks out in OBS, but at least it's come back now and it's showing us flashing 1%, so this will take a little bit of time. The image itself is only just under 4 gigabytes because there's obviously no games with this one. It's just the software itself, the front end, so it shouldn't take too long. Right, so now it's sort of like 100% finished writing. Now it's just validating, so it's just double checking the information it's written to the card. Right, so now it's more or less finished validating the image that it's written. And there we are, flash complete, 1 successful. I'll have to do another one if you want to, but no, that's it for today. So I'm just going to close this. Right, so what I'm going to do is press this little upward symbol there, open devices and printers then, and just eject the USB by selecting remove device. Yes. Now I can unplug it safely. And that is now ready to put into my mini console. I can confirm that the on-off selection does work with this new case and this software, so there's no messing about with scripts or anything like that for us. So here it is, the software all booted up and working. Obviously it's showing no games at the moment. The next video is when I will be talking about games and how to install them onto this new games console that we've created together. So there we are, we can hear the music in the background, and all I'm going to do is just turn this off, and it just runs its script and then turns the Raspberry Pi off nice and safely. Thanks for all your help and support. Don't forget to like and subscribe to follow the rest of these series. My name is Cal. Have a good morning, afternoon or good evening. Farewell till next time, and I'll see you later.